Oh my God, I tell you, my iPad. Whew. I'll have to figure it out after I get off my live. That tells me I'm not connected. Let me see here. Surely I don't have to connect every single time I get on my iPad. That's going to be annoying. Okay. I'm going to start a little bit early tonight because I'm going to do some painting and it's going to take a little bit of time. So I'll wait to see who pops on. Hi Diane. Hi Holly. I'm going to do this strawberry. Strawberries are like the thing. I saw on on the Today Show this morning that lemons and strawberries. So this goes on this. So it'll have the strawberry thing here, and then the sign hanging, and then the little thing in the front. So this is a interchangeable surface. So if you're interested, let me know. I cut this kit out today, and I would love to cut one out for you if you'd like one. And I use these little palette dishes, and I use these little daubers. Some people use the cosmetic sponges, and those are great, but I use these things, and they seem to do pretty good. You can even go down if you wanted to, like maybe even do the first coat like that, and then the second coat you could go the other way, or vice versa. Oh, you know what? I forgot my, let me go over here. Forgot my biggest piece. Where the heck is it? Oh, here it is. Holy cow. Gotta have that. This piece. Here I thought I had all this room on my board. No, I don't. So I'm just going to put that up there. It's going to hang off. I'll put these down here. So tell me about your weekend. You guys have a good weekend? I think we're over 100. Deb put today 107 is where she thinks we are, but I think we might have a few more. She might have checked with Lynette, though. I always give Lynette the number. I think we were at 107 people coming, so that isn't, you know, that's some people are bringing somebody and some people aren't. So it doesn't, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that every one of those is bringing a date. Hopefully we can get some people to donate to our thing that we want to do for scholarships for kids from our class. Can't think of what the heck it's called. Some people that you would think would come, Holly, are not coming, which I find that interesting. But and then some people that you wouldn't even imagine are definitely coming. So I think that's cool. going to be fun. So how was your Easter? Did you guys have a good Easter? Ours was flipping crazy, I'm telling you. My kids all bailed yesterday afternoon. By 5 o'clock, we were by ourselves again. And that wasn't such a bad thing. So I think I'm just going to take a lot of times I just brush them with these foam brushes too. Then this little bow is pink. Yeah, we had, I told you guys before, we've never had family pictures taken. I mean, we had like Olin Mills church family pictures, you know, that type of thing. But we've never had like and then we've had, I shouldn't say that because we've also had like wedding picture, you know, like the photographer takes pictures of your family at weddings. We've had that. But we never had like where you go, like my kids have all had, well, 3 of my 4 kids have had family pictures where they go and they're outside somewhere and they do family pictures and they're so pretty. And I've always said that I would love to have some family pictures. Well, my one daughter-in-law, she cued in on that and she suggested that's what I get for Christmas. So that's what my Christmas gift was. And so we did that this weekend. Might use this other one. Is this one as noisy? Maybe not. So we did that on Saturday, and we did it at 6:30 at night, which I guess is what they always do, because they don't want the sun to be, you know, the sun has to be just right. So we did that. Thought we were going to freeze our butt off. Is it still snowing up in Estes, Diane? Wish those things were not as noisy as they are. So we did that, and then our youngest son, our kids all came on Friday. And my daughter, she lives in Giltner, so that's only 45 miles away. But the girls, her daughters, wanted to stay at Grandma and Grandpa's house. And the little girls that came from St. Louis wanted to hang out with their girl cousins. So they came on Friday, and they spent the night. And then I didn't think they were going to stay on Saturday. They told me they weren't going to stay on Saturday. And then they were like, Grandma, can we stay? I'm like, yes. Don't have to ask Grandma. You can stay anytime you want to stay. And so they stayed then also on Saturday, and that was nice. So we colored eggs, and they played with Play-Doh, and they did all the things. They have the American Girl dolls. They're playing with those and all kinds of things. So they had fun. The boys, I think, were bored to death, but they're 12 and or 14 and probably 13 and 16. And they just want to be on their phones, and they just want to be playing their video games, and you know how that goes. And the Easter Bunny hid 96 eggs in the yard. So they had to go out and pick up their eggs. Their eggs have their names on them, and they have to find their eggs. So they did that, so that was fun. You're still getting snow. Oh my God. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. No, thank you. I'm going to grab the water. I'm over snow. Way over snow. Seems like we had our fair share this year. I'm pretty sure we're done. If we aren't, I'll be sad. It'll be a fluke. If we aren't, it will be a fluke. No doubt about it. So these are the greens that go on the top of the strawberries. I'm doing that in leaf green. Thought that was kind of a pretty spring green. This is done in cotton candy pink, and this is just done in snow white. This weekend, we're like 80 degrees today. It's beautiful. I think though there's supposed to be, and we need it. I mean, we need rain. We are hurting. We need rain. And I'm pretty sure that that's going to happen this week. I'm going to put 3 coats on this. I like my white to be really white. Yeah, we need rain. I think it might be coming finally. So we'll dry this and get a second coat on this. So our TV that the kids bought John for Christmas, we were having issues with it. Spinning all the time, buffering all the time. And so we took my extender from here in the house, and he didn't have any trouble. But then my older son said, Mom, you should get a new router. I bet your router's old. So we looked up on Amazon when I bought it. It was 5 years ago. So we bought a new router, and he was going to stay on Sunday. He goes, well, if it's out for delivery, he goes, we'll get that hooked up. Well, they left about probably 3:30, and I think that router came like at 4. So they just missed out on it. So my daughter and her husband helped us get it hooked up, and oh my God, you guys, it was the pits. So the TV that we have in our living room is not a smart TV. No, it is a smart TV, but it has a Fire Stick on it. And I think it has a Fire Stick on it because we hooked it up to a Wii, so the kids could play Mario Brothers. So I think that's why we did it. And if it doesn't need to be on there, then we should just take it off. But anyway, so that one, so we have a Fire Stick on that one. And then my husband, there's no Fire Stick on his, and but there is a Fire Stick on the one in the kitchen, and there's a Fire Stick on the one in our bedroom. And so my daughter and her husband were trying to figure out why we were having so much grief getting the TV on, getting it hooked up in our living room. Well, it was because we weren't going through the Fire Stick. We were going through the remote, the TV remote, which I use it just for the volume. And once we figured that out, then it all went fine. So we got those all hooked up. Then I come out here last night after everybody left, get my TV hooked up, get my laser hooked up, my computer, all the crap out here. And then my husband calls me and he goes, you forgot about the TV in the bedroom. So I went in and got that one hooked up, because I ended up changing the name of our internet and our password. which probably was a good thing, but what a pain in the butt. You guys, you have no idea. Yeah, 18, 16, and 13. We're bored. Yeah. I'm going to babysit those older ones for 2 weeks in June, the end of June, or the end of May, first part of June. And I'm a little bit scared, not going to lie, because they're going to be bored to death. And they want to spend all their time on the gaming, and I don't want them to do that. And their dad and mom don't want them to do that. But we'll see. So anyway, we got it all hooked up pretty good, and then I came out here this morning or this afternoon, and I forgot about wanted to print something. Forgot about my printer. So then I had to try to figure that out, and I had to go in on my printer and do it. And then I had to change. Then I have my Alexa out here, and she's just the Echo, and so I had to get that changed. And then I went inside and I forgot about the Echo Show, so I had to get that changed. I'm like, holy crap. So then I told my son, I don't want that much paint. I told my son, I'm like, oh my God, I have a headache. And he was like, well, good job, Mom, you're getting it done. And I'm like, I don't care. I hate it. So anyway, I finally got, I think I have everything done. So we'll see. We'll see when I go to get on something that tells me I have no Wi-Fi, which is like I got on my iPad here and it told me that, my old iPad, which I had hooked it up earlier, so I don't know why it told me that. But yeah, that tested me. I am not computer savvy at all, but I have kids that are amazing. My twin brother used to help me with everything. And he's gone now, so I don't have him to, I would call and he'd come down and he'd do whatever I need him to do. But I don't have that luxury anymore. I don't want paint in my seeds. No paint in my strawberry seeds. So the saga. I think that's all this red. Get those dried. See if they need another coat. All right, Diane, well, give me a call when you're in town. I need to find the jump rings for those earrings. I have never put the hoops on those. I need a pin. I've never put the hooks on those earrings. So I'm just going to get that paint out of that strawberry hole. I think that's the only one. Alrighty, let's get that dried. You guys, these paint kits are not that difficult. I send you pictures of what they are. I let you know what colors I use, but you know that you can use any colors you want. And you just put them on whatever you want to paint on. Like this is masking tape, just painter's tape, turned backwards. And you just paint, you know, you look at your picture, you paint everything, you know, all green, all red, all pink, whatever color it is, and before you know it, you're done, and you start gluing together. Pretty simple. And putting it together is just like putting together puzzle pieces. There's another one plugged. Can't have that. paint on me. It's kind of how I roll, you know. These look like marijuana. Look like little pot leaves. A little bit strange looking. Okay, I'm just gonna, not that I'm gonna do them all over again, but I'm just gonna dab this on here just to use it up and add some color. I think one coat covered those pretty good though. When you dab, you get a little more paint on them than you do. I think we had 16 people at our house on Sunday. You know, it's so strange when everybody you start losing your people. It's like, holy cow. I think this is also red. I'm just going to paint that. And that's going to go on the top. So I think this just needs to be, I have way too much paint on there. It's hard to squirt those honey bottles and not have a ton of extra paint. Oh yeah, she would. My grandkids love it, Mandy. They love it. And I've had little ones do it. You know, I mean, their stuff doesn't turn out beautiful, but it's beautiful for them. It just goes piece by piece. And of course, there's things that don't have, you know, so many pieces. I was kind of hoping that my big girls could come out and craft this weekend, but we didn't get it done. We didn't get it done. You know, you think you have all the time, and then the time just goes fast. Hi, Carly. This is an interchangeable surface that goes on, I'll show you, that goes on this. It's an interchangeable surface, so you change this and you change this, and there's a little thing that goes here. These interchangeables are pretty cute. Seriously, they're pretty dang cute. So I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow out because I just have the centers of these flowers. I had trouble with yellow because it never quite gets dark enough. Those look pretty good though. And then my pint container, and this is part of that, and this is the top of this little jar, there's 2 shades of blue, and I'm trying to decide between, I think I like that one, and that one is Muted Aqua, and I don't know if I like that one or not. I'll probably end up. I don't know. They kind of have it like a blue and like a light blue and a dark blue. I think I'm going to go with those two. I have no idea if that's good or bad, but so it's this top part is the darker color. Good gravy. That's plum. Yeah, my friend Mandy on here and I got out and walked this morning 3 miles. Our butts were dragging, but we did it. I could have skipped it so easy. I was tired. It's funny how those kind of weekends kind of kick your butt. You get all the company and it's, you know, having to cook for everybody and they all help. They're great. They really are. They're very much wanting to, Mom, what can I get for you? What can I do for you? But you know me, I'm the mom that says, oh, nothing. I'm good. So this is just the little pint container. So I'm going to take this off of here. Like I said, you guys, this is just masking tape turned backwards so it's sticky. It's just easy to put your pieces down and they don't move around on you. And you can paint them. So I'm just going to get this over this way so that I can get along the edge, although that other piece is going to cover this up. But yeah, strawberries are like for home decor is a big thing this year. It's crazy. It's crazy how things make the rounds. They had a home interior guy on the Today Show this morning, and he was telling them about the different things that were on trend, and it was strawberries. I'm like, I need to get that pile cut. And I love me some strawberries, not gonna lie. I made strawberry shortcake for yesterday. That was delicious. It really makes a difference when you, I don't usually dry in between, you guys. I usually just, I feel like your colors go on much better if you dry in between. Okay, I think that's it. I think I'm just going to tap these yellows again one more time. That's the center of the flowers. So weird, I can't decide where that goes. So if it goes there, there's going to have to be some painting done. think it goes right there like that. And if that's the case, that's going to have to be a little bit bluish right there. There we go. This baby gets hot. This is like an embossing tool. I think you could even do the wood burning with this. I feel like it would get hot enough. What we did the other day with the what the heck is it? The torch paste. So I use this glue. I get it on Amazon. It's called Art Glitter Glue, and it has nothing to do with glitter. That's just the name of it, Art Glitter. And I'm telling you, you guys, this stuff is amazeballs. It sticks. I was using Stick Fast, but Stick Fast it sticks too fast. It sticks too fast. Once this sets, it's down. I'm going to slide that up there a little bit. You have a few minutes to mess with it, but then you're done. You're done. Ooh, I don't want that. What did I see? Oh, right here. Like a little spot there. I think it needs to be red. I'm going to get my water and pour it in that thing. I just have a jug of water I keep out here. There's no sink out here. You don't want this to dry in these sponge brushes or you won't be able to use them again. And I do wash these and I reuse these until I can't anymore. Till they're yucky. And sometimes they get yucky because I don't get them in the water like I should. But if you get them in the water, you'll have way better luck. That bottle must have leaked. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. There's water on the counter. All right, so we're going to start gluing this baby together. Take some of these things off. Get this beauty put together. I'll do the fine lines off camera, but we'll get it glued together. I'm going to take these, just put a dot in the center of each of these. It's scored. I scored it for you guys so you know exactly where these go. There's one row. And you guys can do your sides if you want to. I don't usually do my sides, but if you want to do your sides, you do you. If there's something you guys are looking for that you want me to cut out, you just have to send me a picture and I will find it and I will get the file and cut it out for you. Then I think I'm just going to put a little dot in the middle of these boogers. And get the centers on those. Hi, Chris. And this goes on here. That's the lid to that little strawberry jar. Just looking at my cheat sheet, making sure I'm getting my pieces on right. And I would send you the same thing with your kit. And whether you use the same colors or not, it makes no difference, but at least it kind of gives you an idea. That's just like, you guys, when I was doing ceramics, I had pictures. I have every mold catalog from the time I started to now and till when I quit, I should say. And they have the pictures of all the stuff. So if I didn't have the picture, I always tried to find you the picture. Because sometimes you just need to know what something might look like, that you're like, what is that? You know, and then you're like painting a nativity set, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that's a foot, and you thought it was something else. You know, or it's something, and you thought it was something else. So there you go. That little doodad goes on there. So this goes on this, and it goes on the bottom. I don't hit the glue on every single thing that there is. So it goes that way. Sweet summertime. Summertime, summertime. Then I have to figure out about these strawberries. So I think some of them go on here to make this, I bet they do, make this 3D. That can't go there. Okay. So these little leaves have stems that match these. So when you go to put them on, they're facing the same way. I bet that little one goes on there. I bet that's a big one that goes on there. Yep. So there's 3 small ones. 4 small ones. There you go. So I would glue those onto those first. And then get these onto these. Man, those are cool. No, I think that one goes there. Or there's one that goes there. Maybe it's this one. But it does. There's only two big ones. One of them. Let's see, it's this one. So that one must go there. Am I going to get this figured out, you guys? I feel like these should go opposite. And that gets strawberry there. That gets strawberry there. And that gets one there. There you go. They're making it look really 3D. So let's get this on here. You guys ready to plant flowers? It's a little early for us. We could still have frost. And we probably will. We probably will. One more time. It seems like we get one, you know, one more time. Okay, let's get rid of this thing. Why can't I, like, look at that and feel like I could know what it's doing, but I can't. So, I wonder if that, so this fits in here, like that. And see, then you just push it through from the back and that keeps it on. But I'm wondering, like, I should have scooted my summertime down a little bit, maybe. And I don't think I can do that now. That's the thing. Oh, yeah, I did. Ooh, I broke it. Okay, I'm going to redo that. I'm going to scoot that down. I'm going to get my little glue. You also can get another, this is also art glitter glue, and a lot of times when you buy the big one, you get this little one, and I bought this tip at Hobby Lobby, and you guys, I can't remember how much it was. It was either $1.99 or $3.99, something like that, but I'm telling you right now, it's the best little bit of money that you can spend. So that tip is just fine, fine as fine can be. And the lid has, you can't see, it has like a needle in it. And that goes right down inside this. So when you buy it, you're paying for just this lid with this needle thing. I'm telling you right now, it's the best. The best. So this I want to do, but I don't really want, I'm going to just kind of be Because you don't really want a bunch of glue popping through your strawberry. Put one there. One there. So I'm just going to lightly go on the back of that. Then it gets one of these little flowers in between. And then these little greens go on your strawberries. So that is that. And it's going to get some letters, some white paint on the letters and that kind of stuff, you guys. So it's, you know. And then this gets on there. One on the top, one on the bottom. Strawberries in the middle. Let's get these on here. Let's get the green party started. Endowment, that's what it is, Holly. Endowment. You know, words come to me, they just come to me a long time afterwards. So we need everybody in our class to donate to our little endowment so that we can offer a child a scholarship from the class of 75 each year. And if we get it to $25,000, we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to donate a scholarship every year. I think that's awesome. Okay, get this little thing. So this little needle, I'm telling you guys, this is a ticket. You can take like a makeup sponge and put glue on it and dab it around. But this little booger is the ticket. Okay. Those are all down. So I probably need to see where I want to put this. Try not to get it to come through my seeds. Just trying to pick areas that look like there's a little more space there than I'll put that down. One of these at the bottom, one of these at the top. This is going to be cute for me to have on here for this summer, spring and summer. I'll probably do something for the summer. Like I said, I'll go back and do my line work on it, but you guys will get the gist of it. And then I'll take a picture of it. Oh, let's see. I'm going to put this one over here. Whoop. Oh crap, it went underneath my thing. I gotta go down, guys. Gotta go down. Oh, please. Hopefully it didn't go too far. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't see it. Okay. That's gonna have to get found after. Can't see that. And these little, they must get laid on there too. This one does for sure. That goes down here. And then some little white flowers, strawberry flowers. There. There, and there, one goes there, but I'm going to wait till I get that other one on there. And then one strawberry flower goes down at the bottom of this. And this little strawberry goes off to the side. And I feel like I want to gloss this because it should be like a jelly jar, like jam or something. So I'm going to use a gloss sealer and just brush on this little jar. Not on the strawberries, just on the jar. It'll just make it look like it's glass. Goes on kind of milky but dries clear. Washes out with water. Okay. And again, you guys, I'll do my line work and then I'll take a picture. So let me get the lid on these things. That's the thing too, is you want to get the lids back on these boogers because not only do they dry fast here, but they dry fast here. So I bought a big long pin to stick in this one. Where in the heck do you suppose that strawberry went to down there? Like, I'm not seeing it. Got to get my cell phone out. So this, and I am going to, I think I wanted to distress around the sides. So note to self, these things, they slide. Once you put them on there, they slide, and you need to keep watch on them, because if you don't, then they get out of whack, and this one is a little bit off, and that will bother the crap out of me. So I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and get it before it is completely dry. Might have to touch up, but I can't handle that. It can't be that off. It can be a little bit off, because I'm a little bit off, but it can't be that much off. So just be careful when you're doing your stuff that you don't You know, keep a watch on it, because I'm telling you, it's the craziest thing. You think you got it, and then you look and you're like, oh my God, it's crooked. So let's let that dry for a second. So this little thing is going to sit right in here. There's a little spot right there for it. And this will go over here. Do I have it right? Sweet summertime. That will fit in there. So remember, these are all interchangeable. And this will go on here. Because I keep thinking it's crooked. And I have these little rings that open up. And I run them through here. And then I hook up that so it swings. And like I said, they're interchangeable for every holiday and every occasion that you can think of. We'll see here. I might have to lay it down afterwards because I don't want it to slide. See? Isn't that cute, you guys? So you buy this and make this, and then you interchange the pieces. I love it. I think it turned out adorable. Do you guys like it? Isn't it crazy that I'm going to lay it down because I'm afraid that this is going to slide. But I'm afraid, it's crazy that we're in summer and strawberries and all the things. Did you guys see I hit my 6,000 followers today? I actually hit it yesterday or the day before yesterday, but anyway. Isn't that cute, Mandy? So yeah, there's all kinds of different ones that you can do. And I did cut out, the next one I'm going to do is patriotic, because that's basically kind of where we're moving. You know, but here's a strawberry. This is also a, you can make this stand and hang anything you want on it, but you can hang these little wreaths on them. Really nice. So we have that whole strawberry. This is the pickup truck set. So it goes in the pickup truck, but it also goes on the picket fence. And it is also interchangeable. My license plate isn't done yet, but you can do the daisies. And then it's Velcro and put it back on there. And you just take your whatever in the back of your truck and put it on there. So that is interchangeable. And then I have these 3 strawberry things back here. Strawberries, berries, summer, juicy, sweet, shortcake, fresh, berry patch, basket, jam, shake, you pick. I think those are. So these can be done like this on an easel, or you can do them in a frame that is interchangeable. But it's just one frame, so you would just take one out. This is also, you slide that out. You take this off. This is hooked on with Velcro. Take it off, and this is hooked on with Velcro. So this could be on the truck or on the picket fence. Interchangeable. So there you go, guys. Oh, and then up here's I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, this is the tiered tray set of strawberries. So I'll find I'll get on the floor and find my strawberry, and then I will do my line work and I will take a picture. Let me get that in the spot that it's supposed to go in. There's a spot cut out for it. There you go. There's a spot cut out for it. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. If you can sprinkle me out there, I'd appreciate it. and have a great night. I hope you all had a blessed Easter. I'm glad spring is coming. I appreciate you all. Thanks so much. Good night.